You're a property investor, you want to be buying discounted deals now. You want to invest in property, you want to create financial freedom, now's the time to find discounted deals. How are you going to do this? I'm going to share this in this video. It's Kam Dovedi, the founder of Premier Property, and it's all about discounted deals. Now, what do you do if you're in an area where, discounted deals aren't available? You can't find them. What do you do? Well, here's what you can do. Feel free to write this down, and it's all about adding value. At Premier Property, one of the ways that we get discounted deals is by actually adding value to the deal. Something that many investors out there don't actually look into. They don't see the angle. They don't assess that you can really make this work. So let's list right now and let's go through many of the ways that at Premier Property we do this and you can do this. Adding value, so exciting. So the first one we're going to jump into in terms of adding value is adding a bedroom. Now, we know that in the UK, in England and Wales, how do we measure the prices of properties? How do we measure the values? It's all about bedrooms. We go to our cousins in the continent. We go to the rest of Europe. Everything is measured by square meterage. But here, in our place, it's bedrooms. So what do? You add a bedroom. So every time you add a bedroom, you increase the value of the price. So you've added value. You've now got more money in that property, which means that you can refinance, you can buy, you can sell, you can do whatever you want. You've added value. Great way of adding discount. Now, adding bedrooms means that you're adding value to the property. You get this, right? So what do? How do you actually practically apply this? But you can't just add on bedrooms, can you, to a property? Well, can you? Yes, you can. So let me share with you how you can do this. So specifically, let's say you look for a mid-terrace property, which happens to be a 2-bedroom property with a bathroom upstairs as well. However, it's acceptable to bring that bathroom downstairs. Keep this in mind. So, provided that room is minimum 6.52 square meters, and you want to make a note of this because it needs to be specifically 6.52 square meters, that this is mandatory, and it's also got a window in the room, what you'll find is typically you are able to repurpose that room from a bathroom and convert it into a bedroom. Now, what have you done? You've immediately added value to that property. You've taken it from a certain price and you raise it to another level. So let's discuss the price points. So properties valued at less than 160,000. In my experience at Premier Property, what you'll find by adding another bedroom, you've actually raised the value of that property between 20,000 to 25,000 pounds. Now let's bring it into another one of our areas in a larger town where you have that same property. However, rather than it being a lower purchase price, it's valued at £250,000. A £250,000 property between £160,000 to £250,000 purchase price property. Now you are adding value to that same bathroom that you converted into a bedroom. That value goes up to that room, adds a value of anywhere between £30,000 to £40,000. That continues for the values up to 500,000. Now, let's say you're in the bracket of anywhere between £500,000 to £1.2 million. Now, these numbers, we've assessed them. This is our own data at Premier Property, and hopefully you're finding this valuable. And if you are finding this valuable, then feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment. If you have any further questions, I'm happy to help you and answer these questions as well. And let's discuss the next bracket. So, if you're in the realms of a property where it's anywhere between 500,000 to 1.2 million pounds, you will find by doing the exact same thing, by repurposing a bathroom into a bedroom, where you move the bathroom downstairs, you will find that you are adding a value of anywhere between 60,000 to 80,000 pounds. Boom! You got it! All that value is just being added by one extra bedroom. Now let's move forward together and let's discuss another way that you can build in a discount by adding value. So I'm going to share with you one of our preferred methods at Premier Property where you can add value within large towns, also in satellite towns around the country, all over the place. And what you love is that it's a real cookie cutter model that works across the country. So start thinking about flats. A 1-bedroom flat, a 2-bedroom flat, a 3-bedroom flat, maybe even a maisonette. Anything that is on a lease. So you have a property, you think about the flat, the lease starts to diminish as time goes on, and it gets to a point where that property becomes unmortgageable, or many people think that it's unmortgageable. Just keep this one in mind. We'll cover that on another video. So where people think it's unmortgageable, you can actually get the lease extension done for this, so you can extend the lease, and as you extend the lease, what you find is that you have uplifted the value of the property. So specifically, you can look at properties which are on leases where they are under 80 years. The lower the lease, the better chance that you have of adding value. 80 years to 70 years to 60 years to 50 years. The sweet spot that we find at Premier Property is anywhere between 50 to 70 years. Like what I say, many people think that they can't get a mortgage. So that adds to your advantage, which means that you can. Like what I say, I'll cover that on another video. And let me share with you what you can actually do. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, just subscribe here. You know, there's that icon you can press on to subscribe, and you'll get a bell icon to just click on that as well. And I'll continue to share these videos with you to help you to move forward in your property investing right now as we head towards a market crash, as we head towards a recession. You can invest in property right now. By now you get there's two ways of actually adding value to this short-term lease. So firstly, you're making an unmortgageable property mortgageable, and secondly, you're raising the value of that property in line with comparables that are on the same street and surrounding streets. So you have added value, you've built in a discount by simply extending the lease. Another fantastic way that we love at Premier Property on making this work for you. Now, a third way I want to share with you on how you can actually add value is by a refurbishment. Now, all of us, you, me, we all know about refurbishment. However, what I'm sharing with you here is the refurbishment that you do that actually adds money to the adding value element of your property. Because there's many people out there that are doing refurbs where they don't add value and they just spent money and it doesn't do anything for the property. So how can you do this where you build in a discount like us at Premier Property? Now, what you can do is exactly this. And I'm going to share with you tangible numbers so you know exactly the ratios that you can aim for in the amount of money that you're spending. Now, if you're enjoying this video, then you're enjoying this vibe, then feel free to subscribe. You can click on that button, and you can click on the bell icon straight after to make sure that you get the most cutting edge videos that we're releasing at Premier Property. And I'd love to hear your comments. If you're enjoying this, feel free to comment. Now, the third way is a refurbishment, like what I say. And in a refurbishment, you can add value. So the key here is for every pound that you spend, you want to be adding another pound of value to this. It's not 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, it's 1 in 2. And I'm sharing with you what we are doing at Premier Property right now in the current market, so you've got some real tangible numbers. Now, the big no-nos and big mistakes that people make when it comes to refurbishment is, for example, outbuildings. Outbuildings, in my experience, do not tend to add any value to your property itself. So one of the things that you want to stay away from is outbuildings, gardens, spending time and money on gardens, making them look beautiful. It does give you a really good emotion, of course it does. However, the thing is, it's not going to add any value to your property. So just be aware of these types of things. Changing the double glazing from an older double glazing to a newer double glazing doesn't really add any value to your property. So some things that you need to be aware of. So the key is to really focus on the items that are actually adding value to that property. And like I say, the ratio you've got there is spend a pound, add value of a pound. Spend a pound, add a value of a pound. That's the way this really works. Now, by doing this, so you can have a cost-effective refurbishment where, let's say, it's 10 to 15,000 pounds. 10 to 15,000 pounds is going to add 20 to 30,000 pounds on your added value. By now, you realize there are so many different ways that you can add value to your property and build in that discount. It's Kam Dovedi at Premier Property, helping you to take your property investing to the next level. And I'll see you on the next video.